Hi, it's Paul Propster, story architect at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I want to talk about thinking differently when communicating your science or your research. We've partnered with a couple of folks who've really helped us think through our thinking around communicating science. It's the Aldous Center for Science Communication out in Stony Brook, New York, and Disney Toon Studios and Pixar here in Burbank. One thing we want to touch on is the curse of knowledge. This is a cognitive bias that makes it difficult for those who know the answer to a problem to think about the problem from the perspective of someone who doesn't. So when you're trying to explain your science, you have to start from a place that the person you're speaking to knows nothing about your science. Another area is jargon. For instance, if you were trying to explain this situation to someone who wasn't familiar with American baseball, there's a lot of jargon in here. The ninth inning, Yankee Stadium, bases loaded, the plate, a full count. But look at the end of here. The goal is to describe the potential excitement of Jeter getting a base hit. And that's really what you want to focus on when you're trying to communicate your science or your research, is the potential excitement of what it'll bring. Another area is complexity. And our friends at Pixar have given us this quote: "Don't give them 4, give them 2 plus 2. The more complicated your information, the simpler your language should be. Don't dump a load of facts, deliver the most essential information in a way that interests them and makes them want to know more." For example, I'm studying Didymosphenia geminata, an invasive species known to impair the recreational and ecological values of waterways and native species. Another way to maybe communicate this is like this: I study rock snot. This is a kind of algae that forms brown, oozing masses that resemble a sewage spill. They grow so large they can block streams and kill fish. Rock snot is an invasive species, meaning it comes from outside the region and harms the local balance of nature. Its scientific name is Didymosphenia geminata. And finally, story flow. As we mentioned, move from simple to complex, from familiar to unfamiliar. Start with basics and then gently introduce complexity. It is your responsibility for how well the other person follows you, how well they understand your story.